In this video, I wanted to talk about Yolanda. So Yolanda is a double S tier slime and actually the only slime you can get for free in the game just by spending gems. Yolanda actually is because she is a double S tier slime, she is going to have better just base stats and scalability when compared to a regular S tier slime. So if we look at like a regular S tier slime, they start with like 10 attack, 20 HP, and then like our A tier is going to be even lower. Our double S tier, they're going to have like 15 attack, 30 HP, and so when you compare a maxed out S tier slime to a maxed out double S tier slime, they're just going to have more stats. But as I said, Yolanda's the best free-to-play slime you can get in the game. She is a special type slime, so you need those special slime stones to break the level cap and upgrade her further. She actually is a pretty cool slime and deals a ton of damage when compared to some other slimes, which I'm going to go through in a separate video and just kind of show her off gameplay-wise. But so keep an eye out for that. But as far as going through and just kind of reviewing, in this video, I'm just going to go through and explain each of these level up milestone abilities, what they all mean, if they're any good. So for her level 10 ability, we get 20% bonus hit rate. Now, hit rate might not seem like a huge thing earlier in the game, just because you a lot of times you end up getting enough hit rate after you've maxed out your talents to really be able to hit all the enemies you need to hit. But later in the game, when you start hitting the normal mode, 11, 12, then hard mode like 8 and 9, you're going to need a lot of that hit rate. Hit rate just really does become necessary because the amount of hit rate you need per stage will just continue to increase. And so this 20% hit rate bonus is actually a really critical one. For her level 25 ability, we're going to get plus 60% attack damage. I don't feel like I need to say a ton there. Attack's obviously very important. If you don't have enough attack, you can't kill the enemy. For the level 50 ability, plus 20% dodge chance. This dodge chance isn't going to make or break anything, but it is nice just because it does give Yolanda just a bit more chance to not get hit by an attack, making her life go a little longer. Then for her level 75 ability, we get plus 80% attack, which is nice. Then her level 100 and 125 ability are bonus critical damage, so totaling 250% bonus critical damage. So Yolanda can actually get quite a lot of critical damage. So especially if you are using Yolanda, you're going to want to make sure your crit rate is as high as it can be, because you're to really just get the bonus of that bonus critical damage. That this is kind of a recommended thing regardless. You want that critical chance rate to really be high, just so you can essentially always critical hit. For her level 150 ability, so in battle slimes, so when it says in battle slimes, it means it's really referring to in normal mode, just the slime you're using, so Yolanda in this case. In hard mode, it's referring to Yolanda and then whatever other slime you bring along in hard mode. So if I'm using Yolanda and Yamlet in hard mode, then this effect would actually apply to both of them. But what it does is attacks deal 1% additional damage to normal and elite enemies' maximum HP. This really isn't going to make a huge difference, but it is nice because per attack, it'll scale off of your attack speed nice, but essentially each of your attacks will deal 1% bonus additional damage to the enemy. So if you're attacking a really tanky enemy, an elite enemy quite a lot, then this will help you. Notice it doesn't apply to bosses, so it really it's not that great of ability from that standpoint. There's definitely a lot better other 150 abilities I've seen on other slimes, but this is kind of mitigated by the fact that Yolanda is a fine slime in a lot of other regards. So for her level 175 bonus, she gets plus 50% range damage. So I've talked about range damage in other videos. So the further an enemy is from you, that bonus range damage will just increase the amount of damage your slime's attack does. So her level 200, this is just going to unlock the Dominate the Undead passive, which I'll talk about in just a minute. So for her, as far as her skills go, so we have her active skill, which only has a 10-second cooldown, so you will be able to use this quite frequently. What it does is it unleashes Dark Power from the Abyss, and then it deals AoE damage to all enemies at 1800% of your attack. For her first passive, Yolanda's attacks deal additional damage, attack times 120% when you have it maxed out. go check out the gameplay in action. I showcase this ability. It is pretty cool. This just gives a really nice bonus to the amount of damage Yolanda can deal. For her next passive, Abyssal Curse, so Yolanda will inflict a deadly curse upon enemies entering attack range, reducing their maximum HP by 10%. So this is just a flat HP nerf to any enemies that enter attack range, which is nice for normal mode as well as hard mode, just because it makes enemies easier to kill. And then this last unique skill that one that you unlock by upgrading Yolanda to level 200, Dominate the Undead. Killing enemies will summon a ghost, up to 5 ghosts at a time. That lasts for 20 seconds. The ghost auto attacks nearby enemies, deals 80% of your attack damage. This isn't really going to do that much. Your main ones are going to be like this Dark Energy Amplification and Abyssal Curse. Those are two pretty cool passives. But thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions.